मत करो। अरे मैं होता ना तो मैं सीधी बात उनको बोल देता, मैं कहता जो ये हो सकता दूसरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता, करना तो याद दस्तखत करो नहीं तो गुड बाय। वो कोई लीडर है आज निकला हुआ है, उसको हमारा टेलीविजन दिखा रहा है, वो कहेगा रेडियो फ्लैश डजंट वर्क, वी आर वेटिंग फॉर व्हाट। उसके बाप को पता नहीं है कि हिंदुस्तान चलेगा तो फिर ना तो बाप रहेगा ना तो भाई रहेगा। I saw that in Kargil. I'm telling you honest to God, I saw it myself with my own eyes. I saw how they were sitting in our bunkers because we left those bunkers free. We used to walk away from those bunkers before the snow came. We used to leave them and say, now, why the hell, they're not going to walk up. हमको क्या पता वो कितने चालाक हैं, उसी में पहुंच गए. They sat in our bunkers and they shot our people from the top. And it was our Air Force who showed them the lesson. And here I praise Vajpayee who took the decision. I went to see Vajpayee after coming back from Kargil. And they were all sitting there. And there was this Air Force chief who said, sir, if we use, because those officers told me that if we don't use Air Force, we will be able to get that, those hills, but if we don't use Air Force, many of our jawans and officers will die because these bunkers have no trees. I wish you should go to Kargil and Leh and see the structure of those hills. We'll be happy to know how our soldiers fought. हम तो खरीद ही नहीं करते, हमें चांदी चौक ही नहीं छोड़ता, और चांदी चौक नहीं हो तो हमें वो ग्रेटर कैलाश ही नहीं छोड़ता है। वहाँ कभी कभी इस मुल्क में देखना है तो बाहर निकलने की जरूरत है। And how those men in the night, in the darkness, how they climb those hills to recapture those places. And I remember the Air Force was telling Vajpayee, if we use Air Force, it will go into the Pakistani territory. We'll have a larger war. I just couldn't control my emotions. I said, sir, they are 50 miles in our territory. Did they think of the war at that time when they walked into our territory? And we are now worried that our planes will go 50 miles inside. I said, to hell with us, what are we here for? And that great man said, as Prime Minister, I order you. The war opens, we are ready for it. Go and get it. That the Prime Minister of Pakistan had to run all the way to see Clinton and beg him and say, please tell Government of India, give us 2 weeks so that we can get our people back. We're not a weak nation. Never undermine that part of it. But we are not a grabbing nation. I remember when Qayyum was in trouble in Maldives, and Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister of India, and he asked for help. Our troops went in, and as soon as the order was restored, we could have captured Maldives forever. We came back and said to Qayyum, our job is done. God bless you and your people and your country. We are not nation grabbers. We want to develop our nation. We have never started a war. Remember, young people, we have never been the ones who have fired the first shot. We have always been on the receiving end and then have fought. Therefore, as far as Kashmir is concerned, you will have to have an understanding between all political parties of coming to a settlement within our constitutional rights. That will be very important. because that way the tragedy may be averted. Finally, I'd like to tell you, to you young people, India has enemies within itself. We have Naxalites, we have Maoists, we have God knows how many things. The one thing we have, which can cover all these things and capture all these things, and that is if we have this resolve that we have to live together. We are a diverse nation, united in diversity, complete diversity. A man in Chennai cannot speak my language. I cannot speak his language. His food is totally different to my food. His way of life is totally different to my way of life. Yet we are united. It is this diversity that you have to respect. And so long as we respect the diversity of India and we respect the diversity of the religions of India and give equal respect to everyone, I must tell you one thing. I went to Mecca and I was one of those lucky people who in millions and millions that have visited, billions probably, over the years. I was one of those lucky persons who was able to enter the mosque in Mecca. And with these hands I washed the walls of that mosque. I did not see God in that mosque. God is not in that mosque. God is within you. Try to look for Him in yourself. Your God is not in the temple. You go to the temple and you see that structure that is there, maybe of Kali Ma, maybe of Durga, maybe of Ram or Sita or Lakshman. You make a connection with your God by seeing them and hoping that we do when we move and pray to Mecca. That is a direction for us. If you live in South, you have a direction towards that Mecca, so that you pray towards that side, so that you don't have diversity of this side and that side and this side and this way. So try and remember. And remember what I tell you now. I want to see that India before I die. While I look into Rajan's eyes and I see his God,